biosecurity is always a major. What's happening in that area?
Yes, we've got a big work program there, Rob. You'll be aware in this year's budget it was the highest ever, $223 million invested into the biosecurity system. It follows on a significant investment from last year's budget as well, which has allowed us to put another 90 new frontline staff, 24 dog detector teams. That's on top of the existing numbers that we have, which pushes it up around 60 now, and we're also rolling out another half a dozen modern X-ray machines. We've also brought in the border clearance levy. What used to happen in the past when people were coming across our borders, it used to be taxpayer funded. Now it's user pays, and of course as we see an increase in volume, like we've seen record tourist numbers come in, it just means that those that are actually utilising our border services are paying for it. So that's where we think the cost should lie. The important point, Rob, is that instead of me having to go back through the cabinet budget process, as we see an increased demand at our borders, and it looks like we're going to continue to see that for some time, it just means that we will be able to provide the necessary services to keep our borders as strong as possible.
Because those numbers, as you say, are likely to increase quite a bit, Minister.
Yes, they are. We're seeing huge numbers of transport operators, particularly airlines that are choosing to come to New Zealand now. We're seeing big growth out of China, North America and Europe as well. New Zealand is very much seen as an attractive destination, and that means obviously we've got a few challenges internally. We've got a few challenges that we need to be very mindful on the border. That's why just recently I released Biosecurity 2025. It's a refresh on the strategy that we had right back from 2003. The fundamentals of it are that it gives all New Zealanders the opportunity to have their say on this process. Ultimately, I'd like to see a biosecurity team of 4.7 million people. It's a focus also on the toolbox for tomorrow, particularly with science and technology, looking at what other countries are doing to grapple with some of the biosecurity challenges that we face. Having free-flowing information highways, real-time data, there's an opportunity for us to do more and to get that information out to passengers and others that are choosing to come to New Zealand. And of course, making sure that we have the effective and strong leadership and governance, and also making sure we're attracting the brightest and the youngest people into the biosecurity system, because it is hugely important for us as a trading nation that we have a real focus on it.